What's happening, guys? JD at JD's Custom Buggies. Backdrop is the Future MX and Future side of JD's Custom Buggies. We're in Madisonville, Tennessee right now. Right before we left, we had gotten a delivery in and we decided to bring it up here. It's actually for one of our guys' kids, and we want to take a look at this. I had done a walk video, basically a walk around on a Trailmaster 125cc pit bike or dirt bike, depending on the rider, I guess. But we got one of these 110s in for one of our guys' kids, and wanted to kind of give my first impressions. If we haven't ridden it yet, we're trying to keep it clean. The kid hasn't seen it yet. It's going to be a big surprise. So first impression, again, I was really pleased with the 125s. I deal with Thumbstar, used to deal with SSR, and I'm really happy with the Thumbstar bikes. As far as, you know, your typical Chinese pit bikes go, which I would consider like the SSR, I'm really impressed with this bike again, right out of the box, compared to like an SSR 110 or whatnot. Now, scale-wise, this is a 110, and I believe it's called the TM15. What we have here is a 110cc bike with electric start, kickstart back up, has a kill tether, and is about scaled to the size of like your SSR 70. The SSR 110s are basically the same frame with longer forks and a little bit longer swing arm to accommodate a bigger wheel. This is more of a scaled down bike, very proportioned as far as the size, 10-inch rear wheel, 12-inch front, nice meaty tires on it. Of course, they're your typical OEM Chinese tire, but they look really good. Comparing this to maybe a CRF 50, probably about the same size. Doesn't have like the dual 10-inch wheels. Like I said, it's got a 12 in the front, 10 in the back. What's really nice about this for the retail on it, which is somewhere between $8.99 and $9.99, compared to a $17.99 on a CRF 50, I think you're getting a much better buy with this bike actually. Has inverted forks, which is kind of cool, little fork guards on it. The main thing I like about this bike, besides having more motor than the CRF 70, that you don't have drum brakes on it. Like, we're in 2024 now, we shouldn't have drum brakes on anything. Front and rear disc brake, which is much more efficient braking, better, easier to maintain. So overall impression is really good. The other thing that's noticeable is the frame on this is beefy. I guess I'm gonna say it's like 1 1/4 inch tubing, bigger than most pit bikes that I've seen. Now I don't know, as far as like, I'm going from my impression versus like an SSR from 2018 is when I stopped being a dealer for them, but there was no frame like this on any SSR bike. Very, very impressive. Should be very strong, very durable. Like I said, electric start, batteries under the seat. Same size as your little lithium battery, so when that battery goes, if you want to upgrade it and take some weight off the bike at the same time, you can. But really, really happy with the bike. Basically, you just turn the key. So, and this is a semi-automatic bike. There is no clutch. So, I would say, if I were to pick on the bike, this is, you know, just letting you know. And I'm a Trailmaster dealer, but you know, I'll call it like I see it. A couple of things. There is no foot brake on the bike, so if you're transitioning from a smaller bike to a larger bike for a kid, you might have to get used to that. They do have the rear brake. It is here where the clutch is. Okay, so if you get used to one thing, then that might be a hard transition. But if he's learning how to use the clutch, then it might not be that hard anyway. As far as just telling him, hey, that's now a clutch when you move him to a manual, and your foot brake is, your rear brake is down by your foot. The other thing that I'm picking on, and it's not necessarily the fault of Trailmaster, I would say this is probably going to be a thing if it's not already. There is no idle screw on this carburetor, so you adjust it with the throttle cable. Okay, so kind of fine-tuning that can be a little hard. It is a little cold nature, so 90% of the time you might need to choke. what I would recommend is that if you ever have carb issues, swap it out. I sell carbs that would be a direct replacement for this, that actually the float bolt comes off and it does have an idle screw and even an air mixture screw. The reason why they eliminate the idle screw is that it's basically customs and emissions thing. It's to get them in the country. That's why Trailmaster buggies or most OEM buggies, the float bolts are riveted, so you can't rejet them unless you buy a new carb or figure out a way to knock the rivets off and thread the carb or thread the bolt back into the carb or whatnot. So this is not the fault of Trailmaster. It's just the way of things are gonna. It's the thing to come with carbureted machines. All right, so they're just cinching down on emissions to make it. You know, they figured, oh well, if you can't open the carb, you won't rejet it. Now the idle screw, I was told a couple of years ago that in a couple of years they're going to be eliminating idle screw. I don't really know why to eliminate an idle screw. I don't see that being like a performance upgrade, like, oh, I got to rejet. And last but not least, what we did and what we would recommend is we swapped out the foam filter that comes with the bike for a unifilter. We already did that right off the get. Better off with an old unifilter than the OEM style foam filter. And the reason why, if you look at the outer, it's a two-stage filter still, but if you look at the outer stage, the OEM is very porous, okay? And this is much more fine. So we definitely recommend for longevity and you know, as far as keeping the bike going a little bit longer, and probably even for a performance upgrade to switch to the unifilter. When, like I said, when this carb goes, we'll be swapping out the carb for something that's a little more adjustable and play around friendly. But we're looking forward to giving this bike to the kid, and should be fun because he has no clue he's getting it. So yes, I would definitely recommend, if you're looking for a small bike, check out Trailmaster. I will be carrying these. I'm not carrying machines right now just because of the move and everything. So right now I'm not inventorying any machines, but when we do, I could see this and the rest of the Trailmaster lineup and the Thumbstar lineup all being a part of coming up here and purchasing a bike and trying it out on the track. So that's it for now. Have a lot more work to do, and that's it. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. Any questions, same place. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. Till then, JD's out.